Hi everyone, my name is Angela Macias and this is my trade book screencast. The title of the book was Sunrise, Sunset, and Shadows. The author is Christine Ann Royce and the grade level is Kinder to Second. The first question, I got a copy of the trade book through Google. Obviously with COVID present right now, it's not as easily accessible to get a physical copy of the book. So Google search was really easy, just typed it in and got a quick example of it. It was really easy to read as well and convenient that it was on the computer, so I was able to read it and then go ahead and submit this assignment. 2 to 3 observations that I made about this lesson and that I thought were pretty interesting is that it was an all-day engagement with the students, so it wasn't just a one lesson type deal. It was kind of like the kids were excited throughout the day, and it allowed the kids to record data from when the sun rose to when the sun set, and I think they found that really cool, and I would love to do that with my students. 2 things that I really liked about the lesson is, again, is that the students are engaged completely throughout the whole lesson, and they are able to draw and measure their own shadows, so it's super interactive, hands-on for those hands-on learners. It also allows them to be excited throughout the whole day. So this is something we can do when they get to the classroom all the way until they leave the classroom, which is right before the sunset. One thing as a teacher that I would want to know before putting this lesson in my classroom is how they would get correct sunset measurements, because students usually let out about 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So in order to get an accurate example of what the student shadows would look like exactly at sunset would kind of be a liability on the teacher's part as keeping the students that late. So something that I would want to know is when exactly they were doing these timings and these measurements. And then for the 5E, for Engage, I put the students are asked an introductory question in which they are asked to recognize their shadows. So it's kind of cool for them to go out there and kind of draw each other. They have a blast with it. They're able to use their artistic skills and able to be outside. How many classroom lessons do we get that we're able to be outside instead of in the classroom? For Explore, I put that the students are easy to sign their data records from sun up to sundown, and that they're working in pairs, so they're able to explore that together. For Explain, I put that they're using their datas and asked to illustrate and explain like what happened to their shadows in different parts of the day, how it may have gotten bigger or smaller or things of that sort. For Elaborate, the students are going to do the 3 different records of their shadows, so first in the morning and then the midday and then the late afternoon. And I want them to go in front of the classroom and elaborate on it. So what did they notice about their shadow, or what did their partner's shadow do as well as theirs? So kind of comparing that as well. As far as Evaluate, I put that they are able to grab their data and all of their evidence to prove what they have learned throughout the whole activity. So again, comparing their shadows to their classmates' shadows and finding out what the results were for everybody at different parts of the day. On a scale from 1 to 10, I would give this lesson an 8. I really enjoyed that the students, again, it's an interactive activity and that they are outdoors. I feel like this is a good section of science to take them outdoors, so I gave that an 8. The only reason that I didn't give it a 10 is because, again, of that late afternoon record. I would want to maybe have them do that with their parents at the end and kind of get their parents engaged and allow them to do that bond with them, if you will, so that they can explain to their parents what they're learning in class. Thank you very much. My name is Angela Macias, and again, this is my trade book screencast.